Your pain guides you to where you want and need to be. It's no coincidence that pain is here. Pain is here for a reason, and it is guiding you to what you want. It doesn't have to be in the form of pain. It doesn't have to be physical pain. It can be emotional pain. It can be some sort of uncomfortableness. But my experience is with chronic physical pain, and this is how I understand it. And I recently understood that if we want something, the process of manifesting this happens instantly. As we want it, we already know it's possible for us, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to want it. And as it's possible for us, the resistance that we have around it, which are the limiting beliefs, the scenarios that we don't deserve it, that we can't have it, the bad case scenarios, all the reasons, and what we also embody with our body, because what we think is coded in ourselves, in our bodies, so it's interconnected. So when we want something, the process of manifesting happens instantly, and it would shift into physical reality instantly if we allowed it. But pain is the resistance to this, because pain is protecting your old version that didn't have that. Pain is from the past. Pain is embodying why you can't have it. It's embodying why you don't have it, and all the stories that you tell yourself about why it's not available for you. And the more pain you feel, the more you're resisting what you want, actually. And it's quite twisted with it. But what we need to also understand, second layer of this, is that what we want, we already most often have in some form, either consciously or subconsciously in the physical form. We already have it, but we're not aware of it because we have those barriers, and the barriers are often in the emotional level, in the form of feeling. So it's more important how you feel about what you have than what you have. It's so much more important. And this is where you should start focusing your energy or your awareness into seeing, observing how you feel about what you have, because there lies the shift that then enables you to manifest it into the physical reality. We often will feel like a lack within the abundance. Okay, everything has the two polarities. Everything's neutral. What all we have is neutral, but we can choose to see it as negative or positive, and we can choose to see it as lack or abundance of what we have. But even if we, with our minds, with thinking, we choose to see, yes, I'm aware that it's abundance, I'm aware that I have, the feeling often keeps us back. And there comes chronic pain, because the chronic pain closes the feeling and it stores it safely, and it reminds us always, when we feel bad, then pain comes, right? When we feel worse, there's more pain. And it's a cycle of self-punishment. We are using our pain as proof of not having what we want. And the emotions are stored in the pain, so they come up. Okay, so whenever something is overwhelming and you feel like you can't handle it, you can't even talk about it, you can't communicate it, because it's so overwhelming. It's probably rooted in that pain, and they are mainly the emotions that are stored in the pain that convince you and that serve as proof to you that you can't. And whatever you can't, wherever, this is where you see the limit. Because the limit is not there. It's unlimited of what you can achieve in this world. But the limit is within you. You have created it in your past to protect yourself, to do the things right, to convince yourself that is right, because that was right for you in a certain situation that you have experienced. Through that experience, you decided this is the safe way for me right now. You don't have to be aware of it, but if you tune into your pain, usually it's going to be the first thing to come up. It's going to be that layer. It's going to be that memory. It's going to be that experience. Can be a big trauma, it can be a smallest thing, but pain can always talk to you if you listen to it and allow it. And so it's so important to understand that it's guiding you to where you want to be. If you didn't want to change, if you didn't want to improve, you're free to stay in pain. You're free to keep suppressing your pain. You don't have to use it. You don't have to see the potential in your pain. You don't have to. You can suppress it. We have a whole medicinal system. We have the pharmaceutics. We have so many opportunities on how to suppress our pain, and it's your decision, and it's okay. And then maybe someone in your life represents this as something you don't want, because otherwise you wouldn't be probably listening to this video. But it's okay, and you need to allow others to choose to suppress their pain and not to use their potential. And the same way, only you can allow yourself to use the potential that's within your pain and shift it into the potential, shift it into the change in your life, shift it into that abundance or whatever it is you want. And the feeling of it is where it shifts. Because if you're going to be physically working hard towards it, if you're going to be doing something physically in the sphere of just doing without the energetic understanding, it can't change, because doing is also avoiding the being. Okay, you have to be that version. You have to embody it. You have to believe that it's possible for you to shift your pain into a pain-free state. Okay, not a painless state where you're numb and immune and you don't feel your body and you're not connected, but into a pain-free state where you create from your power, and you're too much, and you're everything, and you're more than you thought you could ever be, and you're growing all the time, and you're achieving more, because as long as there's pain, there's power. This is so important. As long as there is that chronic pain, and in the sense of, not that you're powerful if you're in pain, of course not, but in the sense of there's a bucket of pain that you need to be taking out still. There's still something for you to learn about yourself. There's still more to achieve within your life if there's pain. This is the resource you need to shift into potential, into your power. You have to embody it and be able also to handle that much power, because you've been living small, you've been hiding yourself, and that's okay, because that's how you knew how to cope. That's what maybe you were told, that's what you understood that you had to do in order to protect you, and that's okay. So maybe you've come from a lot of pain, and now you're within less pain, but you're frustrated because you don't want this pain to be there anymore. Of course you don't. Who does? And you want it just to disappear and for you to be able to live a happy life, but it's not gonna be that way because you need to take it out of wherever it's stored in your body, and you need to become it. You need to embody it because it is that closed potential. It is that part of you that can achieve exactly what you desire, exactly what you want. So your pain is here for you to guide you to where you want and need to be.